Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, September 24th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. So here's a trivia question, and I really don't have the answer to it. When is the last time we had two double distribution days to the downside in a row and they held? Right? It's probably been a while. Bears held yesterday's triple distribution in ES, held the double distribution in NQ, and go out with another double distribution day down today. Righty puts the daily back to balance. They held yesterday's trend day down, even though they got into it a little bit, and they have another one today. So all three of us have double, at least trend days down 2 days in a row that have held. Righty comes into balance, right? I would call righty basically a 5-day balance. Friday's the low of it, Tuesday's the high of it from this week. NQ goes out with a double distribution day. Now, I'm calling them down, but you could call them balance 5 days if you want because of the gap they still have from the 18th. But I'm going to call them down. Yes, they came into balance. Today I'll call them down. ES goes out with a double distribution day and a 9-wide pocket. NQ is only 8 wide. So, 2 baby steps now, 2 days in a row for the Bears. Baby step 1 was putting the daily into balance yesterday. Number 2, to put it down today in these two. Now, we're still off the weekly lows by a decent amount. But that would be the next big thing that the Bears would want to accomplish, right? We've been talking about these monthlies forever now, how stretched they are. Well, you can't do anything with the monthlies until, obviously, we just turn the daily down. Next step would be to turn the weekly balance, and then so on and so forth. So we'll see if that's going to happen. Today was definitely much, much more accommodating in NQ than yesterday was. And it reflected in my trading. Did nothing but short the entire day. I shorted a period against the overnight low. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. I'm looking. First trade of the day was ES. Boy, oh boy, I should have held that trade. If I held that trade until F period, it would have been a grand slam. I shorted because NQ did not open that close to the overnight high, but ES was. I shorted it at 27. I held it for 2 points. I could have made 20-something points in a period. So I decided to front run the overnight high in ES because, why? Look where it is. It was right near the, it was inside the single prints from yesterday. So that worked. Then I shorted NQ on some ebb and flow shorts, and then I took the short to get the overnight low. So it was a very, very nice A period. B period, I took the short on the turnover, which paid, and then some ebb and flow shorts, even though it was an inside bar. I took the short in C to start the one-time framing down because we were an inside bar in B. D period, got the IB low, no games today as opposed to yesterday. I shouldn't say that. It was they did play some games, especially in C. And D did a little bit. But you remember yesterday, that's how I got hurt. When I shorted D and it never did it and didn't get it till F. Well, today they did play some games a little bit down there, but nowhere near as much as yesterday, and I got paid. E period was short with the ebb and flow when they were pushing down pretty hard. F period, short against single prints. And then my last 2 trades of the day were H and I. I had a very good H period, thinking it could be the afternoon rally high. I did short I a little early. I was looking to short, half back, add to it nicely. Never got there, came back in, and then that was it. Took my short off, and the game was over. As we just traded sideways then, about 2 hours. Again, it's a B shape. We know longs are liquidating, right? We know when you get that kind of powerful move down. Yesterday, H and I. Today, E and F. Okay? But it doesn't last, right? Such short-term plays. They exhaust themselves, and then we just trade sideways. But, again, whatever you want to say, we have put the daily down, and we've held 2 trend days in a row. Now, because the longer time frames are still very healthy, we're going to see how much more of this we get on the sell side. Don't forget, now NQ does have some excess to the all-time high. ES has 0. They have a poor high at the all-time high, and they're weak against yesterday's high. So at some point, you would think that should get taken out. Okay? And then chart-wise, so here's your daily. 63 million. We're going to do a little bit below average. I'm calling it down. But here is triple Qs or NQ, same thing. Why you can see they have that gap here. But again, I'm calling them down. I think that gap might become a magnet. Then we see if we bounce out of that. We'll see. Again, tomorrow you have GDP and unemployment claims at 8:30. And then PCE on Friday. So above average volume in Qs, below in SPY. So we'll see what transpires tomorrow. Thank you again for liking and subscribing to this channel. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Rest up, enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.